welcome back. How to handle authentication and authorization in GraphQL. So implementing authentication and authorization in GraphQL API involves several layers of security, just as with any other API. So let's talk about the approach both in GraphQL in GraphQL context. So let's talk first about the authentication. Okay. So authentication is purpose of verifying who a user is in GraphQL. So this is usually handled outside the GraphQL layer. So we could use like a standard authentication, like first we would like, this is first we use like a standard authentication methods. You can like implement authentication the same way you would for REST API, like a common methods including JSON Web Token, OAuth, or session-based authentication. The client basically will send an authentication token, often in the HTTP header. After that, you will have number two. You will have verifying the authentication token. So in your GraphQL server, verify the token. This is typically done in middleware before the GraphQL resolver layer. If the token is valid, attach the user information to the context that gets passed to the resolver. Let's take an example of this one. You can look at this one as an example. So basically here we have Apollo server example that we trying to get the token. We try to get the user. After that, we return it in the context. So after that, we want to talk about the authorization. How to, yeah. So if you want to talk about the authorization, like an authorization is a process of verifying what a user has access to. Okay. So implementing, you can implement implementing at a resolver level. Check if the user has the necessary permission within individual resolver. This is the first thing that we will do. First, important to know because it has some steps. The first one we will talk about that we implement in the resolver level. Okay. In this one, we check if the user has the necessary permission within individual resolvers. You can abstract the logic into reusable function or use a library to manage permission. Let's take an example for that. Let's say that we have this resolver and we just want to, like, if the context the user has permission, for example, read post, for example. If that wasn't the case, we would just throw the error. Otherwise, we will send the we will get the post by ID for the user. We have a rule-based access control, like this one. You can define rules and permissions in your system. Check user rules in resolvers to determine the access. Like for example, you will have context admin, context user is admin or not. Maybe you could have like a field level authorization. In this one, in some cases, you might want to restrict access to certain fields. This can be handled in the resolver for that field. For example, let's give an example for this one. So let's say that we have user resolver and we have if the context user ID, for example, doesn't equal the parent ID, that means we will not accept it. We have a resolver field. We could have a directive based authorization, but this one, it will be done here because it's a GraphQL. So basically here you have to be auth and require owner. So for more declarative approach, use a schema directive to annotate fields or types that require certain permissions. In terms of best practices, like separations of concern, like keep authentication and authorization logic separated from business logic. In terms of security, always use secure methods for transmitting token like HTTPS. In terms of error messages, be careful with error messages to avoid leaking information about your schema or data. In terms of contextual authorization, consider the context, not just rules. For instance, a user might have different permission when acting in different capacities. In terms of scalability, scalable permission systems design a permission system that can evolve and scale with your application. So in summary, authentication in GraphQL is usually handled at the network layer, while authorization is implemented within the GraphQL layer, particularly in resolvers, as within with API security should be primary concern, and practice should involve with the needs of your application. And I would say in the system in interviews you will not have to describe all of that, but you mainly will say the authentication in GraphQL is usually handled in the network layer, and the authorization is will be implemented by the will be handled by the oh, sometimes I forgot what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah, while the authorization will be implemented by the GraphQL layer in the resolvers. So that's it for today's video, and I hope you like my content. If you like my content, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. And see you in future problem.